So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward, not just holding the ball up or finishing, but all the movement that happens around him, outside and inside the box. And he has to link up with that midfield and bring everybody into play, which ensures a more cohesive system.
So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Roberto Firmino. Pretty much the ultimate team player, Peter, in that he gives his teammates a real lift and makes everyone feel better. He can drop deep to pick up the ball and create chances for others.
Or shoots! And one more try!
Hilal definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Surely he can't miss. Shapes to shoot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Al-Haidos clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Koulibaly. Looking to play him in. He's found space here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. The less said about that pass, the better. Malcolm. Claudinho. Al-Haidos. Claudinho. Kuki. Saiz. Here's Camara. Al-Haidos.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's found a way through. Oh, perfectly measured that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Torres. Here's Camara. Claudinho. Al-Haidos. Al-Sad. Disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Al-Dosari. Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Torres. Here's Camara.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's made its way to him. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. It's a good run down the right. Milinkovic-Savic. No, he's not getting his way this time. Torres. Camera. Claudinho. And it's Firmino. He's had it taken off him. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Afif. And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Hilal really seemed to lose their way a bit, it has to be said, Peter, having started the game quite strongly. I think the boss is going to have to find a way to reignite the fire now.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Hilal
I've been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Nunez. And the shot, Ruben Neves! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Afif. Great defending, strong and determined. Ruben Neves. Hernandez. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Oh, he's shot a goal! And that's a sharp finish. How they've waited. Now they have it. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Claudinho. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Claudinho. Al Hilal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Ruben Neves gets a foot in here. Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution on the field. Number 29.
And we have our very first corner.
Number 22. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Coming on the field.
Not the most convincing of passes.
Number 23.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That has ended up in no man's land. Atal. Al Hilal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Oh, that's a key interception. Atal. And it's Firmino. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Ruben Neves. And that is expertly dealt with. Decent chance!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Darwin voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Al Hilal really deserved this result, it has to be said. I mean, especially for all the effort and endeavour they showed after the break. There was genuine purpose and intent in everything they tried to do, and I think they deserve it.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launchpad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
So we're up and running. And he was quick to react. Sasaki. Can he get it through? Can he latch on to this? He is through here. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Knocks it into space. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kato. Spread it left. It's a promising position. He's free, he had... And the shot! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
So we're still where we started right now. It's a searching pass. Can he get on the end of this? Here comes the cross. He'll try from distance. Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did. Hiroshima definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Strong running down that left flank. Looking for the run. Oh, played right into his path. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Kato stood up well to him there. That has been slung wide. Looking for options for movement. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Jermaine.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nicely weighted ball, and that's gone loose. Crosses it in here. Kato. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0. I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Jeonbuk have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going.
Great chance! It's a goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Jermaine. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Kato. Now that's well seen too. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now, can they get him away?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Deftly away.
Substitution.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, they can break here. And he's got away from him. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Jermaine. Aimed at the far side.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Space for him to turn and look. Shoots! And that's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Substitution in
So that's two now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Araki. Sasaki. 4 added minutes on the board. He's in plenty of space here. Obadan. That is good progress on the left. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that is that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Jeonju definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage.
Hello,
so
everybody,
from us both,
please
a
join
very
me
good
in
evening.
wishing a happy wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And this is now today's lineup.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
And that gets things running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, I really like Fabinho.
He's having a pop! Now, who's going to be first to this? Diaby. No, he refuses to take the bait. Danilo tries to clear. Played out towards the right wing. And he's managed to get free. And Nassr! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that has fair fizzed. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's had it nicked away. Ulsan HDFC have the chance to go the other way. That's a sharp pass. He's picked his way through. That's put paid to the danger. Chance for a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Still goalless at the moment. Diaby. He's in a great position here. Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target. That'll be a throw. Awa. Now it's Diaby. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Awa. Now it's En-Nesyri. And it's Lee. Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. He's on it. Lee!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
He's going for goal! Great effort, but no way through. Diaby. Now it's Nassr. He shifted it to the flank. Now it's Urawa. He's got away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Lee.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Please welcome everyone.
The midway point of the game.
Ulsan certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Ulsan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Diaby. Diaby cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's anyone's ball now. That's very neat. Oh, important interception.
The attendance for this match was
Now it's Urawa.
51,577.
Great vision. Urawa in acres of space out wide. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Ittihad clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ludvigsen. Can he spark a counter here? Danilo gets a foot in here. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Knocks it into space.
That's going in strongly.
Looking for options for movement. That's a good ball out wide. Fabinho tries to pass it through. Now that looks a decent ball. Danilo gets over and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? Bergwijn has the space to scheme. The ball swung in, and he was alert to it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's looking wide. Urawa. Showing good feet. Can he finish? Oh, quite a conclusion, but that is it, the end. So we are still all square, but you have to say how different things might have been.
We come to you
so
now
we are
with a
still
quick request
gridlocked.
for support for our World Charity
Well, the
Fund.
scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
Number 17.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And if you're just back, the action is back underway. He's having a shot! You've got to be quick to recover this.
Number 22, Substitution.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Fabinho threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. Now it's Bergwijn. He's being urged to shoot. Great chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There's the crossfield ball. Now he's off and running. And that has left him in a heap. And we're halfway through extra time.
Please turn your attention to the screen.
Halfway through extra time, and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? Here we go then for the last time. The score still 0-0. Can he finish? Danilo clears without hesitation. He has found the way through. Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball. And it's hit the woodwork and out. He won't be happy with that one. Picked out brilliant. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That was superb goalkeeping.
Hilal actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's been taken short. Lofted in. And that has been knocked clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Cracking. Goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! A breakthrough! So late in the day! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Ulsan really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
And a quick announcement today that memorabilia
So
from
many
today's
thanks to
match
Jim
is
Beglin. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And this is now today's
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what role this guy Coleman's been given here. I've always been impressed with his ability to run at and beat people consistently. Some decry the fact he doesn't have the end product to match his dribbling, but he is better than he's given credit for. A beautiful out-to-win attacker.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. So we're up and running. That's destined for the flank. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Coman. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Joao Felix. And he was alert to it. Ki Sung-young could move up a gear here. Coman. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, split-second reaction.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there.
Al Nassr with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's in a great position here. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Ki Sung-young. Quality ball. Still goalless at the moment. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Ki Sung-young. Good ball. Great chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looking for a run-up. It's a good run, that. Great timing.
Well, in the end, nothing might have come of it, but nothing wrong with the running involved. Something the defence need to wake up to, I think.
That's Joao Felix. Pohang Steelers are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Forced to go back, and that's a dangerous ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Now, who's going to be first to this? Not the most accurate pass. That's Joao Felix. Joao Felix! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Al Nassr really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Anyway, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Great vision. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That'll be a corner. He leaps for it. Coleman gets it clear. Oh, that was vital. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good-looking ball. Tries one from range. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Chance! And there's a goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Martinez. Brozovic.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Substitution.
The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. The attendance
Al Nassr are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Played down the flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, important interception. Mane. Oh, some tackle that. That's going wide left. To Cristiano Ronaldo. The defender is not giving up on this. He's looking wide. And he's there to get it away. Koeman. Can he get it through? So Felix receives it in a good position here. Defending was strong and firm. Martinez. Brozovic. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's managed to get free. He's a sharp little ball here. Tries to cross. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 79.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
And now they can clear their
12.
lines.
Coming on the field, number 30, number 16.
And
number
now they can
83.
spring out of defence.
Substitution in progress.
He's in, must be! And the shots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
I think that they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Al Nassr find a position of real strength now. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Koeman shapes to shoot! It's loose, and they go for a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar! Now it's Brozovic. Backward it goes. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Space for him to turn and look. Can he finish? It's anyone's ball now. And that's it. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And just a quick reminder today to please
And
drink
all that remains for
responsibly.
me
Anyone
is to
appearing
thank Jim
intoxicated or
Beglin.
behaving
That's
in
it
an
from us
inappropriate manner
tonight.
will be
A very
removed.
good
Thank
evening
you
to
very
one
much
and
for your
all.
cooperation.